Hey guys, and welcome back to the United Star. We have Adanu with us, and we're here to talk about the final game of the season. To be honest, it has no relevance, does it, Adanu? I mean, at the end of the day, second spot is more or less secured, and at the same time, we have a way bigger fixture in a week's time from now. So, how important is this game, or how do you approach it? What's your thought process about this game?
So there are two things that I'm thinking right now. First is that we have a final to play in of next 4 5 days. So we need to rest our key players for that. Mainly Bruno, Cavani, Pogba, Lindelof as well because we don't have Maguire till now. And then on the other hand, I think we are on a losing streak or we haven't won in the last 4 5 games. We lost against Roma, then we won against Villa, and then we lost against Leicester, Liverpool, and then drew against Fulham. So the confidence I think right now is a bit shaky. So at the same time, I want to win this game, get 3 points. This is the final game of the Premier League season. But if you think about it, the second place is secured for us. We are in the Champions League for next season. So rest key players go all in for the final.
I think what you're saying does make sense, but at the same time, I'm thinking on the complete opposite side. My thought process is squad mentality is not the same as what it was before the loss that took place at Roma. I mean, we were on a winning streak that was unbelievable. We had like the best form in the Premier League. We hadn't lost a single game since that Sheffield United game. But since then, we've lost one and drew one consecutively. So it doesn't, the squad may not be as confident as it is. So might as well play the strongest and keep it as treat it like a warm up match to the bigger game. So treat it like a practice session where you can try different techniques that you would probably apply against Villarreal. But I get your point where you need to rest the players. Like Maguire's not there, so Lindelof needs to be rested, so no injuries there. Bruno's a key player, Pogba's a key player. So we're talking about key players. How do you go ahead and line up the squad if you're going to be resting certain players?
I think you remember the Sociedad game that we won the first leg. So we have to go with that mentality. Yes, we can start a few key players, and then give them rest at the halftime. So I think Dean will start in the between the sticks. Then left back will be Shaw. Centre backs will be Tuanzebe and Lindelof. Right back will be Van Bissaka. Then I think Fred and McTominay are have knocks, so they aren't available. So we'll have to start Matic and Pogba. Then attacking midfielder, I want Donny. Right wing, we can start Ahmad. Striker is Greenwood, and left wing Rashford. And then after 45 minutes, sub him off. We need Rashford for the final.
I think if I'm going to be honest, I don't see Ole doing that at all. How much ever I support it, but I just don't see it happening. That is a way too rotated side. I mean, the only thing left to do is put De Gea in goal, and that's a completely rotated side. But I get where you're coming from, and I understand that. And I'll just chew your brains on this. We spoke about Lindelof and how he needs a rest. Why not use Eric Bailly in this game?
You know, with respect to Eric Bai, I am a bit skeptical because he does all these things on the field. Like he's very committed towards defending, but I don't want him to get injured because I don't think Maguire will be fit till then. Like reports are coming in then that he might have to be sidelined a bit longer. So we have to start Bai and Lindelof. And with respect to Bai, I'm a bit skeptical related to his injuries. Maybe he'll pull his muscle and then be out for the next season, whatever.
think I think that's completely fair, and I get where you're coming from. Just staying on the side of safety. But before we get into Wolves, we missed out on some key players who've turned the tables or turned their performances in the last 3 4 months. So obviously you've gone with Greenwood as striker, and he's been in exceptional form over the last 3 months, scoring very regularly. And I think it comes down to one player who we haven't included in our 11, and that's Edison Cavani. How big an impact do you think that has had on the squad as a whole? And would you believe that we should continue playing him so that he's in that run and do something similar to what you said with Rashford, where in the 45th minute just take him off and sub him out, let him play those 45, and just prepare him for the final?
You see, I don't think Ole would do two substitutions at halftime, so that's why I don't want Rashford and Cavani both to start, because then we have to do two of our three subs at halftime. Yeah, we might start him because he's had a great impact on the squad. You know, with the experience he brings to the squad, Greenwood has got some attributes, some special attributes because of his arrival. Rashford has improved himself. So yeah, I think, yeah, you are right. I know what you're trying to say, that we might, if we want to win, we should start Cavani. And we all saw that what he did last in the last game.
Exactly, exactly. It was insane. Probably one of the goals of the seasons. But
Yeah,
let's just move on to our opposition in Wolves not having the best of seasons. We remember when Ole came, the team that we just could not beat was Wolves. But with Jimenez injured, it's really taken their season aback, and they haven't been performing to the standards that they had set for themselves. So, what are your thoughts on the oppositions and how we should tackle them?
like Wolves have had a, till the time Jimenez was fit, they were doing pretty well, like what they do every season. But the minute Jimenez got injured, they were a bit shaky. Then they found Pedro Neto, who was deemed to be the next Raul Jimenez, if that's the thing. He did well. He also got injured in April, but I think ever since that 4-0 defeat to Burnley at home, Wolves haven't been able to capitalize on their earlier momentum. They have just lost the momentum. I think they won against Brighton 2-1, and that's the only game that I can remember in the last 4-5 games that they have won. They lost yesterday against Everton 1-0. So yeah, they are also on a losing streak right now.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with you. I was just looking over the results, and something that I found very funny was in the so when we won our last game. After that, we needed 4 points to secure the second spot in the remaining three games, and it reminded me something very similar to the Champions League, where we needed four points in three games, but we just couldn't do that. So we've only managed to get one in two. So I would be very surprised if we still don't manage to get the win. But what are your predictions for this game?
Yeah, I'll go with a 2-0 win for United.
Interesting, interesting. Because again, we need to remember we have to continue that away form so that we can,
Yeah,
go ahead of the Invincibles and be like we have a better away run. But aside from all of this, the biggest thing on Sunday is going to be that top four battle. And I just want to spend 2 minutes talking to you about that. How do you see third and fourth spot going? Because it's 1 point differentiating all of them.
it's tough to actually, say something. We like you must remember the last season that we were fighting to be in the top four, and
Yep.
now we are comfortable. So we are like an audience towards Leicester, Chelsea, and Liverpool. To be fair, I don't want Liverpool in the Champions League next season. Leicester have done well. They won the FA Cup, and I think they deserve to be in the Champions League next season. Brendan Rodgers has done something special there. So I don't think Liverpool should come, but let's see what happens.
I think I agree with you, but you know what I would find completely hysterical and funny? Chelsea lose to Aston Villa. Liverpool win, Leicester win, but Leicester win with a significant margin. So Liverpool end up fourth, and then Chelsea win the Champions League and knock Liverpool out. Wouldn't that be something that would be amazing?
That's something that you have obviously thought of a lot.
It's been in tons of our discussions. But guys, you've heard what we have to say. You've heard what we think about Wolves, what we think United should do. Clearly, both of us agree that our main motive and main concentration should be on Villarreal. I mean, the manager himself had a press conference 10 days before the game, so he's also pretty much zoned in for that. Uh, Top four battle is going to go on. Do let us know who you think is going to be in the top four battle. I want Liverpool to be there, but I want Chelsea to knock them out later. Atanu doesn't want Liverpool to be there at all, and I can understand why. But guys, that's about it. Do let us know what you think. Do like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.